The following text is taken from the National newspaper from the 15th of July 2023, transcribed by the National's news desk and entitled, Read Alex Salmond's Eulogy for Independence Legend Winnie Ewing.
The hurt's eye, the pert's eye. That makes us richt or rang. It was Winnie's favorite quotation, usually told with reference to a conversation with former Prime Minister Alec Douglas Home in the late 60s on the way to a Burns supper. Holmes said that he was a Scottish nationalist in his heart, but not his head, and Winnie shot back with the Burns quotation. The airt's eye, the pert's eye. But it seems to me the quote is much more than a clever retort to suit the occasion. It was actually Winnie's guiding star, in her politics certainly, but in her life as well. Winnie's commitment to Scotland was instinctive, heartfelt, her Scottish nationalism the product of a loving family upbringing even through the turbulence of wartime Scotland. Which should remind us today, as we celebrate the life and work of an extraordinary woman, we should recall a family mourning the passing of a mother and grandmother. Winnie's legal training applied an intellectual rigor to her nationalist sentiment, and of course the law faculty at Glasgow University in the immediate post-war years brought forth a number of colourful nationalists. It was only Winnie's lack of a driving license which precluded her from being part of the pinch, the repatriation of the Stone of Destiny from Westminster Abbey in Christmas 1950 having been, as she put it, sounded out by the ringleader, Ian Hamilton. This provoked a lifelong friendship with Kay Matheson, the student who did have a driving license. I was 12 years old when I first heard the name Winnie Ewing. It was lunchtime on Friday, November 3, 1967. As was our habit, my pals and I were off to the McGinley Grill for food, to be greeted by a beaming Jimmy McGinley, later convener of West Lothian Council, who had bedecked his café in tartan, placed a giant poster of Winnie in the window and announced everything on the menu was free for the day. A free meal in Lithgow, not something easily forgotten. All of which means that among her many other achievements we should note that Winnie introduced free lunches for all school children 30 years before a new Scottish Parliament was born. Sir Keir Starmer, eat your heart out. I started with a poem, so they let me finish with one. The rose of all the world is not for me. I want for my part only the little white rose of Scotland. That smells sharp and sweet, and breaks the heart. Winnie knew Hugh McDermott, who was a regular visitor to the Ewing family home in Queen's Drive in the late 60s, principally because his son Mike Grieve ghosted Winnie's column in the Daily Record. McDermott once called Robert Burns the true radical spirit of Scotland. That is exactly how we should remember Winnie Ewing, the true radical spirit of Scotland.